welcome to my channel. My name is Laverne Cox, and I am so excited to be here on YouTube with all of you. Now, I have something really special for you. We are doing a renovation. Bitch, we're renovating. We are renovating my New York City studio apartment. It's a small space because that's New York City, but there's gonna be lots of tips and tricks, and we're gonna learn a lot. And I'm scared and I'm nervous, but let's go on the journey together. Come on in, girl. I was thinking of filming this process.
It's quite an experience. Why not? You know, it's an interesting experience to share.
Alrighty, let's do this. This is a long time coming. Living in LA, you know, going back and forth between LA and New York and all over the world because that's my job. But at the end of 2019, I was just like, I am so sick of being in hotels. And it's always been my dream to own a place in New York. Once I looked at this place, I kind of got really excited about the idea of taking a studio apartment and maximizing the storage, maximizing the space, thinking about how to make something really efficient and work. It's just something I've always been interested in. And I think that's just because I've always lived in small spaces in New York. So on Open House TV, I saw an episode on small spaces, and there was this guy named Robert Garneau. And he was talking about this apartment called the Pivot Apartment. And I became obsessed with Robert, and I started doing all this research on him and another architect. And I think what's also been great about Robert is that he teaches architecture at a school here in New York City, and he's been a great teacher for me and really has managed my anxiety really well about this being my first renovation. I think he has great taste, and he's brilliant at maximizing small spaces. This is gonna be challenging, but I'm really excited. So let's show you around. Alrighty, so we're at the entryway, the very small entryway. So you'll remember from the before is that it was a decent sized closet, but Robert was like, there's all this space probably over here, and there's all this space up there. And now that it's been gutted, we see all this space, right? But we have pulled back the curtain, honey, on the entry closet. Comment below if you also are excited about storage. Storage is gorge. Oh my God, that's like kind of an off-ramp. It's real off. Let's move on. So you'll remember from the before that there was a door here, and there's no longer a door here. And to save space, we are doing a sliding door, and we're doing a sliding barn door. This area is going to be the vanity, and the vanity was here originally, so what's great about that is that there's already plumbing here. When I came in, I loved the green marble, but that vanity was so dated, and the whole thing was really dated. But I wanted to keep the green marble on the bathtub. I really want this bathroom to be moody and sexy and kind of a little dark. And this is the kitchen. Well, not anymore, but it will be. It's a studio apartment, it's just a small kitchen. I don't cook, but I love a beautiful kitchen. Once I picked the stone, I was just like, I want to see that stone not only on the countertop, but like on the backsplash, like as far up as possible. But I'm super excited. I want to do super dark cabinets to contrast. Alrighty, this is where the real magic will happen. This is the main living space. So obviously it's a studio, so it's one space. Studio apartments have just been my life in New York, and they still are. Even though I'm like a famous actress now, I'm still living in a studio apartment in New York. But basically this wall is going to be lined with these beautiful cabinets. I've been very specific about the finishes that I want. Right now it's gonna be a walnut millwork that's with an oyster finish right now, but we're gonna get samples that might change. My favorite thing about this particular area is I was like, we need wig storage. I love sophisticated wig storage. It just makes me so happy. And then right about in this area, we're going to have a bar. So it's gonna be a table that's up here, and then like when it's time to eat, it'll fold down. And what I'm super psyched about is that the table will be this beautiful onyx stone. So it'll be the same onyx stone here and here, but up here it's going to be backlit. And it's going to change colors, and it's gonna be like super fun. And what's gonna be here, basically, there's gonna be a little more storage here, and we're gonna have a modular sofa couch situation here. Parts of it can come over here and become a banquette for the table. So I'm super excited about this part. So what's interesting is that this was just, if you remember from the before, this was just like this kind of bulkhead thing. And Roberta was like, there's probably like a lot of storage back here. So there's gonna be more storage for clothes, shoes, and purses, which I need a lot of because I'm that kind of girl. I went back and forth a lot around what would happen on this wall and what would happen with sleeping. In theory, I've always loved the idea of a Murphy bed, especially living in small spaces, but the idea of putting up a Murphy bed and taking it down every day. Like sometimes you come in from like an 18-hour day on set. I don't want to pull a Murphy bed down, I just want to fall into a bed. Even though it's a Murphy bed, it's going to need to be super comfortable. It's going to need to be a little on the high side, as high as we can make it. You know, obviously it has to fold into the wall because I'm tall. And it needs to be really sturdy. My boyfriend was like, we need to make sure that this bed is sturdy because he has plans. So the real pièce de résistance of this space is going to be this wall. So this is all going to be closet until right about here. This is going to be my mini glam area. I want it to just kind of be this burst of light when you open it up, and I want it to just kind of feel glamorous, but chic and functional. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll go on this journey with us on me renovating my New York City pied-à-terre. We're renovating the space. We're renovating. It's gonna be fab.